What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Powered by Primus, and in today's video we're going to be doing episode 3 of our Deck Doctor series. Now we'll be working with Cameron from Arbitrary Hero on this episode, and I highly suggest you guys check out his channel. I will put a link to it in the description box below. Now, he contacted me and said, "Hey, Jamie, I want to work on a Deadlock deck." He said, "I know that this character has so much potential. I love the fact that he's a car, I love the fact that he's ranged, and I love the fact that he is a mercenary. Help me out." So what we're going to be doing here today. I did spend a lot of time working on this character, actually, and I will say that originally I thought the character was pretty good. I thought that he had some space. I did end up winning 2 out of my 3 matches at the Energon Invitational just because of him when it did come to the sealed portion, but however, that's obviously sealed, so it just felt a little different for me. But being able to play with him now with a better grasp on cars, I've been spending a lot of time on cars recently. I think that they have a lot of potential. They're probably some of the best characters that are in the game, and then they're getting a lot more support coming in with Wave 5, so I've definitely been spending a lot of time playing with them, and Deadlock really fits a perfect space in them. The star count can get a little weird, don't get me wrong, but I think I actually found something that I really do enjoy playing, and that is something is pretty consistent as well. Now we're going to be talking about Deadlock. Obviously, we said he's a car, he's a range, but the coolest part about him is that he does have stealth from Autobots and from Decepticons. So as long as your opponent doesn't have a mercenary, you don't have to worry about anyone going into Deadlock. So the fact that he has 0 armor is obviously just not relevant. Now the really cool part about that is I originally wanted to explore blue with the character. I spent a lot of time with blue trying to really get things to kind of go, working on that range package, going with the armed hovercrafts, going with the marksmanships. However, it just didn't really seem to have enough punch when it came to attacking. It was like, oh, cool, well, he has stealth anyway, you're not attacking him, so what's my defense matter? So it was really weird. Ended up scrapping that pretty quick, and then obviously he has a really cool bounty ability on his other side. It does say when you do enough attack damage to KO an enemy, you get to use this card's bounty ability, which is you allow it to flip from bot mode to alt mode, and you get to draw 2 cards. You get to make up some cards as well. So again, I just really wanted to kind of push the aggro side of things, go in heavy orange list. Most cars lists kind of live within this realm. There are definitely some out there though, however, that are all blue, and they do work really well. However, like again, I said, I wasn't just really getting it with this one. So I did obviously want to pair this up with another really big hitter in it, the 9-star slot, and that was going to be Wheeljack. Now Wheeljack's always amazing. If you've never gone up against a Wheeljack, well, you are a lucky one indeed. And if you've ever played up against a Wheeljack, you know that this guy is a monster of a character, can swing for 15 on a pretty regular basis, which is really insane. Not to mention, he does have the upgrade side as well. Whenever you play an upgrade on one of your cards, you get to draw a card and scrap a card. So it allows you to dig a little bit deeper. And the really cool part is it allows you to put a weapon in the scrap, so Wheeljack is kind of ready to go off already. But the other really cool part is that Deadlock does have access to a very specific card that did come out with Wave 4, and that is going to be dual wield, which allows you to pull weapons back from the scrap pile and put it on them. So you actually get a double duty here with putting a weapon into the scrap pile, allowing Wheeljack to now kind of have his bold 3 when he does attack, and then when you're ready, because you're always swinging with Deadlock pretty much last, then you get to throw Deadlock out there, and then you can get dual wield off of that, which is really cool stuff. I did just lie to you though. Sometimes I definitely throw Wheeljack first. So you guys are gonna be able to see in a really cool match as well today. I'm going up against a heavy blue Battlefield Legend deck, and then finally I did pair these 2 up with Prowl. I had 7 stars left and really tried to figure out how to like put star cards in there and then go with some different characters, but I wasn't really feeling anything because this does have a little bit of flip pressure. So I did decide to go with Prowl, who obviously does have Bold 1, really good heavy hitting character just right out of the gates, especially when you want to be going first. So really get to kind of get in there and bash away right off the beginning. Then your opponent has to go back into Prowl, and then you can even throw Deadlock on your second swing. They got to go back into Prowl again, and then Wheeljack's ready to chew on whoever he wants. Or again, you just throw Wheeljack with your second swing as long as you got a weapon in there if you're trying to really finish off the character, and then Deadlock can try to go in there and finish someone as well, and then get the proc, get the draw 2. Can have some really, really fun stuff in this deck. Now, version 1, I did say was blue. I wasn't really feeling it. Version 2, I kind of went a little more mixed. I tried to put in some stuff that really had some relevance going back and forth, but I wasn't, again, really feeling it, man. It had to be onto that aggro side. Now, I wanted to exhaust all other resources before just jumping into an aggro list. I am definitely not a big fan of playing heavy orange, and this one, I will tell you, still has its aspects of blue, black, and green battle icons, so it definitely is a little bit of a mix of some stuff. Nice bag of Skittles we got here, but it is really interesting to see that like some of these characters just kind of build the decks themselves, and as much as you want to try to go with something a little different, sometimes they are designed for a more linear thing. So definitely, again, obviously settled on going with something more aggressive. We're going to be putting some wedge formations in here. One thing I didn't see in my first versions is that we do have a range, a specialist, and a melee, and then obviously it's a really good card. You get that black battle icon, you get the green battle icon, so you can pick it up, and then orange, and then you can draw one potentially. You will be drawing one. You get to repair one from your melee characters, and you can also put a card back on top of your deck with Plant if you do have Wheeljack in his alt mode. So it is really cool. One card I did have in here at one point was Opportune Repairs, to be able to repair 3 from one of my Autobots. I thought it was kind of cool to maybe, like, you know, stifle some damage from Wheeljack or Prowl potentially, plus with the wedge formation to heal additional. I thought maybe it would have the potential to kind of take a few more hits, but really if you're going up against a blue matchup, it takes them 2 hits anyway, so even if you happen to repair a few, it's not really enough. And then if you do go up against a heavy orange list, the 4 usually doesn't matter because they will most likely 2-shot your characters anyway. So did end up bouncing those out. I did get to keep the marksmanships. I think they're actually a really good card in the list. It's really nice to randomly flip that blue against your opponent. Believe me, it's really awesome stuff. But also that 2 damage can be relevant. Obviously, we have the dual wields in there. We're going to be going with some reckless charges, always trying to get in for some more additional damage. Incoming transmissions to draw some cards, put those double oranges back on top of our decks. Ramming speeds to get anything out of our way. We're going to be going with Start Your Engines because obviously Start Your Engines. You want to be able to get those really cool flip effects if you do want them. You can only really pull it out here on Wheeljack, which is nice to still get an upgrade for the turn. And then you can untap a car, which is going to be relevant as well. Obviously, we want to try to get as many swings as possible. And if you get to untap Prowl again, oh man, you're in a world of awesome stuff if your opponent has to spend multiple attacks going into there. And then as far as upgrades go, I did put in Sturdy Javelins because we do have melee and ranged. Why not? That +2 might be relevant, as well as the 2 damage might be really good. We're going to have those power punches getting in there. We have Soldier's Blaster because we do have a mercenary, so most of the time Deadlock is going to be able to get access to the +3 attack. So we are going to be throwing that in there. I do run a Drill Arms in the main as well, and that is because Dual Wield can go and pick that up from the scrap pile if you do get a Force Field from your opponent or whatever weird kind of things get thrown down there. Medic's Protective Field or whatever else is going to be coming out with wave 5. This does allow us to kind of break those, which is really good. Turbo boosters, obviously, to untap cars. Bashing Shield to, again, hit any of those random little armors that are kind of getting our way. Grenade Launcher, because you can't build orange without Grenade Launcher. Improvised Shields for the double oranges. And finally, an Enforcement Batons to be able to make sure we can get rid of any of those weapons that our opponent does have. Now, I really enjoy sitting down and doing these Deck Doctor videos where I get to work with someone on a way more personal level, trying to figure out how they want to build a deck, what characters they want to build around, whether it's casual, meta. It is really fun stuff. Now, if you do want to get in on these, they are only available for our patrons. If you guys do want to support the channel more as well as get some more personal attention, you guys can easily check that out in our description box below. I would super appreciate any support. Now, with all that being said, let's get into actually watching this deck do its thing.
7. 4.
I go first.
Okay.
I always think that like everyone is cheating because my deck's so much bigger, but it's because everything's double sleeved. But I see other people's deck and I'm like, that ain't 40 cards.
Have you seen my commander decks?
Yeah, they're
My
huge.
fucking thing's like this because it's double sleeved, so it's like, yeah.
Go for it. All right, Prowl into Fireflies. Hey, we're matching. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Plug-in 6. Taking 3.
I love that though. Look at that. Double oranges on attack, double blues on defense. We shuffled. It's actually a scripted game.
Yeah, this whole game is scripted.
Yep, we set up the decks to make it do it every single time. Sam's like, I'm tired of playing against your cards, Jamie.
Swinging for 8.
Before you do anything.
Incoming transmission.
You're still in for 8. 7.
You're swinging 0.
Okay.
Nothing for me.
For 9.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, not that.
Got him. Almost killed him.
Just like picking on Megatron.
Cheater. I love it.
Tailwind?
I know, like, I could have played there. Oh well.
There'd be no problem.
That's a grenade
And I'll just have to
launcher.
switch it out for off-road patrol.
Any patrol.
Any patrol that these guys can.
9, 10, 11.
Plug-in 6, taking 5.
I'm gonna chuck Wedge and pick up Soldier's Blaster.
5 cards.
Put these cards on my turn again.
I do have a weapon in the scrap as well now for Wheeljack.
4, 7?
Draw for turn.
1?
Oh, I did not do Wheeljack's ability.
Take 1, man. Take 1. Yeah, who's taking 4?
Play Reflex Circuits. Transform Flame War.
Golden Flame War too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Girl's there.
Nobody by that name is known to have ever been in this.
Except this time you're, I actually KO'd one of them. I flipped the blue though.
As you're talking to someone, one of the guards
Get pierced to death.
Get pierced. Alright. Seems good.
It says already drew.
Yeah, it's usually greater than the number of cards in your hand cannot attack. This is straight up.
Let's transform there.
That looks like a fruit poster. We need you! Because the one
Power punch at the tailwind.
Soldiers. So it gets us in for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So we actually have to do more.
So, you're combining.
Dual wield.
Don't do that.
Pick up a grenade launcher. Punch.
Blah.
A lot.
I think he's dead.
And then when I do that, I get to transform and draw 2 cards from his bounty.
Also cheap.
It almost makes up for the loss of Cliff Jumper.
Oh, that seems good.
Which one did you knock out?
The one that had 12. Yep. 8. He died.
Those with questions should remain at the back of the line before taking a seat for the recruitment.
So you're in for 8.
Shortly.
Take 8.
Begins admitting people.
Hands are here.
That's what you're flipping for defending.
I do want this.
I would imagine.
Oh man, all these cards are
Pushing
good.
through guys who want to be top. That's way. I understand that you.
25 this
You
time.
feel like hot shit, but a lot of
Well, as a
people
red.
feel like hot shit. Maybe
Don't do it.
Flip 2 more cards.
Don't you do it.
cause quite a
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I run any freaking white in here. Now that I'm playing this deck, I don't think I have one white battle icon card in here.
That's good.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
9, 10,
16.
11, 12,
1, 2,
13.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
9,
9.
14.
Wow.
Wow, Wheeljack!
That's gross. That's real good.
Although the EMP wave was disgusting, because I was gonna start.
Yeah, I'm absolutely certain
Yeah.
it was disgusting.
I was like, no, I was gonna like totally get 2 swings into prime.
Eventually,
Turns out I didn't need it.
you come
He needed 1 more damage. 1 more damage.
One's real. One's real.
and says,
Play a super action. Swing for 3.
You said we're gonna be here.
By the way, Jimmy,
Yeah,
Take 2.
that's my flips. The power punch.
"This will be yours one day
Doesn't
soon.
seem bad.
Just tell me the
Okay.
Swing into this guy.
7, 10.
Yeah. That seems good.
He's locking the blind.
I guess that won't matter either way. Transform for turn. We're getting in for 8 here.
Draw a card.
Let's swing Deadlock first.
Nine tells you
Flip.
7.
this woman is a card
And 2 or 5 of it.
very good.
Ooh, that seems good.
I don't know.
Swinging through.
Wheeljack.
Swing in for 7.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10.
10 minus 4, 6.
You live.
We live. Not for long, but we live.
But we live.
Drafted. All this is garbage. We're gonna attempt to kill you. It's not gonna happen.
Never know. Not off that.
Easy double orange. Actually, that's the best
You
thing I
haven't
could
inverted,
have flipped. Strangely, that's the best thing I could have
Blocking
flipped.
7, so I'm taking 6.
Blocking 1. You're in for 6. Take 5.
Get him.
Draw. Ready your
Piece your
weapon.
tyranny.
That.
Get rid of my deadlock.
That should do it. 1, 2.
She's dead.
Oh wait.
You've already killed her.
White pit.
I'll play Bashing Shield. Let's swing.
7, 8,
1, 2.
10, 11,
That's
12,
it.
13, 14.
We're in for 6 Pierce 2.
6 Pierce 2.
Oh, Pierce 2 does it.
Yep.
Good day.
That makes sense. All these stars
I want to go for
25.
It's not 25.
It's not 25. It's 22.
22. You have 3-star cards left over with the big guy. You said you're
Oh,
going
so it doesn't matter.
first?
It's only if you're playing with them separately that these counts?
Yeah.
Draft screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
So if you were playing this tank separately, then
You have 3 spot missions in your hand, don't you?
Oh, okay.
For 8 and
most people
Box stealth. Your
no
choice.
one's really going to play themselves.
No. Fuck that. If you want something huge and big and go,
prowl.
I don't know who that is.
11?
was holding up its own.
I died?
Mag was just going,
Solid.
I feel that's a good character.
Yep.
We're gonna grab this.
Armor.
with 3.
You are going to have to.
I do
Can I
have a
have a
weapon and a
floating, can I
scrap.
have a floating head to go with them?
Hopefully he gets a stratagem that does something.
He has heroic resolve. That's basically a stratagem.
You do have
3 of them.
reveal sphere of
So 3-star stratagem.
It's a 3-star.
Dual wield? Deadlock and a prime? 9, 11?
Fucking 3, take 8.
No, those expired.
Draft.
18 the palm.
That's what I was trying to say. I think I really want to put these.
Oh, you want to roll to 8?
I mean, yes, it's a blue pit,
Transform.
but it's
Very good.
well, I mean, it would replace the grenade launchers.
Escape room prime.
Ooh, what you picking?
1.
Yeah.
1 copy.
I think it's
Huh?
against you.
I got-
Delta thievery.
I mean, I can always take out 100
Here
gallons.
they are.
Well, the problem with this card is that
Did that one right?
you have to
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Swing for 1.
I have plenty of weapons.
I was with him for blue.
to get rid of it.
Oh, I needed that on my last flip.
Right? Oh my god, that was so good. Take 1. Draw a card.
All right, yeah.
Not what I want.
Oh, no. I was thinking what it
Seems good.
It's the same thing with the shield. You gotta have a lot of
You want to see something weird?
so this will go good in here.
with the armor one. Oh yeah.
Because I got tons of armor.
Scrap that card. Let's flip.
See, and I have a lot of weapons. There's a lot of weapons in here to get rid of.
I have tons of weapons too, but I'd rather have the Pierce 6.
1, 2, 1, 2,
But I meant that's gonna be
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 minus 2, 4, 6, 7.
Now the question is, this counts towards this, right?
Yeah.
So like, hey, I'm gonna scrap this.
Okay.
That's a
Oh,
solid block.
everything else goes, but the weapons still put
Decent.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Draw for turn.
Just this. I know. That, and when I saw that when you guys posted, I was like, grenade launcher
It's just a
replacement.
permanent. I mean, even the armor is really good though too, to be honest.
No,
But like,
because I was thinking about putting armor in here.
well,
Bigger they are on.
I don't have enough armor in this thing to.
Yeah, because you mostly
I'm mostly
weapons.
I'm
So
mostly
this will
weapons.
play good.
take 4.
That's what I mean. I was like, I can get rid of the hunker down stuff.
I need an untap.
The hunker downs is
You
like.
use it once in our games. Yeah.
You know what I didn't get?
I mean, it
think you do,
most
but
of the
you
time
don't.
I didn't get it
I'm hitting that blue. Why
power
not
punch.
just have that? in the-
Contract.
And I can have 2 more weapons.
I'm going all into her.
Shit. And then if I don't have any weapons and I hit those green pips for the weapons, I can go, I need this weapon just in case.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12, 2, 4, 6, 8. 4. You needed to go.
And then I'm gonna get rid of improvise, and I'm gonna pick up wedge.
I'm gonna grab this scapegoat.
And then I did KO.
I'm sorry, that's
So
like the
bounty.
only other one
Flip.
armor I have in here, except for getting rid of your armor. But
We
that's the most. This is the most important to protect his ass.
Where you headed?
You can murder Wheeljack.
You don't have to though.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
I need to buy. I'm working with the.
I will escape route and then
What you get?
he has 8 damage
because
still. Not
Just heal
Well, I know
3
you got those.
as well.
SWAT missions. Because you're gonna be able to flip back this turn. And you get 2 prime swings.
If I had
I have no idea
survive?
what other heads are coming out, so I might have to switch it later. But right now, it's
But right now you're.
having these to trigger his abilities on the other side. Because you're looking for an orange,
he's gonna
orange
die.
black, or a blue white, and I'm already
Transform back and then give him an exercise. Swing for 11 into Wheeljack.
so far. This is not
Oh, wait.
Look at the flip of prime.
someone didn't shuffle their
Well, I
deck.
still do kill you.
Yeah, you still got me.
Thank God.
That is the most.
No, someone very much shuffled their deck. That is a random outcome.
That is hilarious.
That is some sad shit.
Oh man, why did I have to pop up with that now? So that gives you +2 against range.
What armor?
So we have to do 6, 7, 8.
It gives me +1 against you.
Oh no, you have to do your
No, because you get 1 more because I'm ranged. So it gives you 1 naturally and then 1 additional.
No, because it's melee that I get +1.
Oh, that's right. My bad. Okay. So is 1 worth it?
You should have just taken it. God.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6, 7, 8. We're here to play games.
I mean, yeah, you go for it.
Well, this was the other option for the reflex, but
No, you
this
go
is
for
better.
it.
What happened?
Otherwise,
You're not
you
gonna
can
flip and kill it?
Hey, you guys
There's one. There's one.
Something we missed. No, we might get it.
You need a white pit.
5, 8, 11.
11 minus 5 is 6, exact.
see? You missed 1 orange, then
Wedge for bashing shield, just in case.
Draft turn.
You got 4 done.
I need to build more decks.
I say the opposite. I need to
I
build
will
less.
leap into battle and swing for 6.
I have tough 1.
7?
down, I build up layers here.
Well, the problem is, I've already
6?
dismantled my autotone deck.
It's actually bad. I could have
The
drawn
only
the
deck I
reckless
have
charge.
is this one, so I'm like, I need at least have 4. I need to at least have like at least 4,
Or 4 to 5.
4 to 5. Because I mean, this one's really.
Okay,
I
you
mean,
have how many
this
in
one's just gonna be switching out cards.
I think I have to
for
kill
new
here
stuff that
anyway.
comes out. Other than that, it's like I need something else to play. You started working on it yet?
Yeah.
A lot of defense there.
I really want to have
2 more.
I really want to build that. Just because I can go. I can just go.
Yeah.
There's a tidal wave under. Oh wait, you can't.
Next wing.
Just
Yeah,
throw
you know,
like,
yeah, you did. You threw a Visper in there. Send him out to the freaking his water. Pierce 7.
2,
just
4,
throw
6,
start randomly
7.
throwing one in there
Pierce
and going,
8. Or,
These are my 2 for right now.
yeah,
5, 7, 8, 9, so 10. 2, 4, 6.
That's the only thing
Pierce
that
7.
sucked was I was looking at it.
Holy crap. That was almost cool.
All the ones that stood
That's a lot of Pierce.
Yeah.
are all 5 stars.
yeah.
Come on, that'd have been perfect. To go, hey, look, kill this little bitch. Tidal Wave's got burn now, and he's got more attack.
That's
What
not
are
a
you
weapon.
gonna do about it? Huh?
Yeah,
We're doing that.
because it has to be 4.
Oh, if I flip a blue, I live.
I guess I will transform her because I'm dead.
I mean,
1, 2. Easy orange. Oh! I'm very upset right now.
I'm gonna live with 1. This is the one time.
2 exact kills on my Optimus and then living
I
out
haven't
one.
figured out what color I was going, because maybe I was gonna give him one of the
Seal your fate.
4 trucks.
You know what? I'm gonna trust your shuffling.
You're gonna trust it?
I can just go, oh look, he's gonna come out. Let me just scrap a blue. So now
I got a pucker factor of 5 over here. Alright, 6, 5, 4 leaves me at 11.
Oh
Question
my
is-
god.
The bashing shield was the play. Bashing shield was the play.
I mean, just looking at their health is like,
5, 8, 10.
10 minus 5.
5.
5. And death. I'm upset. I'm upset.
Alrighty guys, this was a really fun game. I do apologize for not having my microphone working. I did have some issues and I had to format, unfortunately, so I did lose this audio, so I hope it wasn't too bad with the store background going on as well. Now I'm going to be showing another game with this deck just because I really did have a huge amount of fun playing it, and I'm going to be going up against a really awesome Sunstorm deck. So I know a lot of you guys wanted to see something like that, and Kevin from our local group did build a really good Sunstorm deck, so you guys are going to be seeing a match with me throwing down against that here very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys in the next one.